The ocean, an enigmatic place that stretches far beyond our comprehension and harbors mysteries yet to be unveiled. Its depth, shrouded in darkness, evoke a range of emotions within us. Some are consumed by fear of the unknown and the abyssal depths, but for others, the allure of the deep ocean becomes an irresistible force, beckoning them to venture into the unknown. And there's no better way to explore these concepts than in Subnautica, a survival game set in an alien underwater world. Join us as we dive into the depths of Subnautica, where the mysteries of the ocean collide with profound philosophical concepts. This is Subnautica and the Ontology of the Deep. Ontology is a branch of philosophy that explores the nature of existence, being, and reality. Philosophers examine concepts such as identity, properties, causality, time, space, and consciousness. They explore the fundamental nature of reality and seek to understand the essential characteristics of objects, events, and ideas. Ontological questions often touch on the metaphysical concepts and address inquiries about the nature of reality beyond the empirical observations. Philosophers may debate the existence of abstract entities, the nature of time and space, the relationship between mind and matter, and the possibility of multiple realities or dimensions. Subnautica is a game that challenges our ontological assumptions and invites us to rethink our categories and concepts of life, intelligence, and culture. Let's analyze the game's story, gameplay, and world design from an ontological perspective and show how Subnautica explores the themes of diversity, identity, and communication. The game begins with a crash landing on the planet 4546b, where you play as a sole survivor of a spaceship called Aurora. You have to scavenge for resources, craft tools and equipment, and explore the underwater environment. The game does not give you any clear objectives or directions, but instead lets you discover the mysteries of the planet at your own pace. You soon realize that you're not alone on this planet and that there are other forms of life that inhabit it. So, the first ontological question that Subnautica raises is, what counts as life? The game presents us with a variety of creatures that defy our conventional definitions and expectations of life. Some of them are familiar, like fish, plants, and corals. Others are exotic, like the giant leviathans, bioluminescent jellyfish, and floating islands. And some are even hostile, like sharks, crabs, and squids. And then there's the more friendly ones, like penguins, sea monkeys, and cuttlefish. Some of them are synthetic, like the warpers, the precursors, and even the player's PDA. The game challenges to reconsider our criteria for what makes something alive, and how we value different forms of life. For example, do we respect the life of a fish as much as the life of a leviathan? Do we treat a plant as an object or as a subject? Do we even recognize the intelligence of a synthetic being, or dismiss it as artificial? Do we care about the ecological balance of the planet, or do we exploit it for our own survival? The second ontological question that Subnautica raises is, what counts as intelligence? The game shows us a spectrum of intelligence that ranges from animalistic to human-like and to alien-like, showing us that intelligence is not a binary attribute, but a complex and a multifaceted phenomenon that can manifest in different ways. For example, some creatures have basic instinct and behaviors, like hunting, fleeing, and mating. Other creatures have advanced skills and abilities, like building nests, using tools, and communicating with sounds. Some have sophisticated cognition and emotions like learning, reasoning, and fleeing. Even transcendent awareness and wisdom like understanding, creating, and teaching. The game challenges us to reconsider our assumptions and prejudice about intelligence and how we communicate with different forms of intelligence. For example, do we acknowledge the intelligence of an animal or ignore it as inferior? Do we appreciate the intelligence of a human or envy it as superior? Do we respect the intelligence of an alien or fear it as unknown? Do we try to communicate with other intelligence or isolate ourselves from them? The third ontological question that Subnautica raises is, what counts as culture? The game presents us with a contrast between two civilizations, the human civilization and the precursor civilization. The human civilization is represented by the Aurora spaceship, which is a symbol of technological progress, scientific exploration, and commercial expansion. The precursor civilization is represented by alien bases, which are symbols of ancient history, mystical secrets, and cosmic purpose. The game reveals that both civilizations have their strengths and weaknesses, with their achievements and failures, and their virtues and vices. The culmination of Subnautica's ontology comes when we finally reach the heart of the planet, a massive alien structure. Here, we encounter a being that transcends our understanding of life and intelligence. A being that communicates with us telepathically and reveals the history and purpose of the precursors, the ancient alien race who built the facilities on this world. The Sea Emperor Leviathan is not just a creature, but a creator, a guardian, a teacher. This shows us that there is more to existence than we perceive with our own senses, and that there are mysteries and wonders beyond our comprehension. It challenges us to question our own assumptions and beliefs about what it means to be alive, to be conscious, to be human. Subnautica is a game that explores the depth of the ocean, but also the depth of our own being. It invites us to face our own fears and embrace our curiosity, to discover new worlds and new perspectives, to learn from our mistakes and grow from our experiences. It's a game that celebrates the beauty and diversity of life, but also its fragility and vulnerability. It's a game that reminds us that we are not alone in this vast universe, but also that we are not above or apart from it. We are, in fact, a part of a larger whole, a cosmic web of interconnection and interdependence. We are part of an ontology that is richer and more complex than we can imagine. This is Entovania. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.